Hi, welcome to Caribou Country Lifestyle. My name is Cheryl. Today I'm going to be starting some herbs and a couple of flower seeds. But first we'll be doing the herbs. First, I'd like to show you the geraniums that I propagated and show you what I've done with them. Here I have my geraniums that I propagated, and what I've done is I ended up sectioning the geraniums off. I dipped them in rooting hormone, and then I put them in my starting mix that I have, and now I have them under lights, and I bottom watered these so that the tops, it doesn't disturb them with their rooting. I dipped them in the rooting hormone, which will help encourage them to send out some new roots off of these sections that I have propagated. And I have these lights on a timer, so they come on at 5 in the morning and then they turn off at 8 o'clock at night. And these are the geraniums that I decided just to leave them in the window here down in the basement so that they can continue to grow, and I will just repot these ones here in the window. Okay, so today I will be starting, a majority of my seeds will be herbs. I have this flat set up. I have some 6 cells, and that's just this is a smaller version of a 6 cell. And that is once some of these, after they've germinated and started, and once they get to a certain height, then I will be moving them into a bigger pot. So most of these are 6 cells, but I do have a couple of 4 cells. Some of the seeds that I'm starting, I don't want as many plants started in some of these. I'm not sure if it's going to be herbs or flowers as of yet. There's a couple of herbs that I only want to do a few of. I'm doing a lot of basils, just so you know. And so let's get started on these seeds. So I have sprayed the tops of the dirt just to have that soil moist. And then I've also put water in the bottom to bottom feed, just to make sure that the dirt is going to be nice and moist so that the seeds have a better chance at germinating. I'm going to start with my basils, and I have a sweet basil, then I have a kitchen blend basil, and this one has 3 kinds of basil, Genovese, red Reuben, and cinnamon basil. And then this is a new basil that I just got in the mail, and it is a lime basil. And I will be doing using my 6 cells for these basils. I like my basil, and I want to have as much as I possibly can. So I'm going to start with the sweet basil, and I'll just pour a few onto my plate. I like to use a white plate so that I have I can see exactly. And I'm going to put about 3 seeds in each of these cells. And it's easy to count them out. They're a nice size that you're able to get a hold of them. Some seeds are pretty small, and I've already pre-made my tags for all of my seeds. So this is just the regular basil. I'll just line these up down here, and then I can put them in as I come to them. Because I've got quite a few. Oh, there we are. There's my regular basil. Okay, so my next basil is going to be the kitchen basil, and that is the 3 different kinds. So I mean, you can't tell just by looking at the seeds which kinds are which. So again, I'm just going to put 3 seeds in, and hopefully I can at least get the 3 different kinds of basils by just starting in the 6 cells with your cinnamon basil, the Genovese basil, and the, what was the third one? The red Reuben basil. So I do have a tag for that right there. Last of the basils is the lime basil. I've never grown lime basil before either, but I thought that would be a nice one to try. And again, I will just put 3 seeds in each cell. Basil right here. Okay, and I'll just fold this over so that I don't lose any of the seeds. Now, I think I'm going to, next will be the lemon balm. And lemon balm is a part of the mint family. I tried growing this last year and it actually did not take. And I think with the lemon balm, I'm going to do just the 4 cell with the lemon balm. 3 seeds in each of these. And that's lemongrass. I'm not starting lemongrass, lemon balm. It's good to have your tags pre-made up so that you can put them in their designated spots right away so you don't get things mixed up. Don't try and go on memory, at least not my memory. I'm old. And then I'm gonna do lemongrass. This is another one that I tried last year, and it started to sprout. The seeds sprouted, but they didn't really amount to anything. So I'm going to try again. And with the lemongrass, I am going to do that in the 4 cell as well. So I'll just put my tag right in there. And these ones are shaped a little bit different compared to the other ones. Get that 3rd one in there. So hopefully these ones will do better than they did last year. And that's it for that one. Because if it doesn't take, again, then I'm not too worried about that neither. Okay, moving right along. I will do the Tarragon next. I've never planted Tarragon before, and these are Tarragon seeds that my sister gave me. So, and I'm gonna do those in a 4 cell as well, because I've never planted them before. I'm only gonna do a few. One more. Okay, and I have a Tarragon tag that I made up for that. I'll put these last couple of seeds back in the baggie. I do use a bit of Tarragon in my cooking too, but I don't really have too many dishes that I use Tarragon in. Next we're going to do rosemary. My rosemary actually did quite well last year. So I am going to do 6 of the rosemary. And I have that tag right there. And this will be one that I will be potting up once the plants are at a certain height. And with the rosemary, you're going to transplant those when they're 3 inches tall. So once they get 3 inches tall, then I will transplant those. Next, we're going to do lavender. And I love lavender. This one didn't get very big last year, so here's hoping that it can get a little bit bigger. So I will do 6 cells of those, and I'm going to put 3 seeds in each cell. Lavender is does better in warmer climates, but you don't stop trying. Okay, so lavender, there's my tag for that. And then I'm going to do the mint next. This was a mint that I ordered, and it's a spearmint. And I like to cook with mint. I like to put mint in certain types of drinks. It's nice in mojitos. It's nice in sangria. So I usually buy mint, and mint is a very invasive plant. So if you plant mint, you definitely want it in its own pot. When you do plant it outside, put it in its own pot, because it will definitely take over. And it just will be everywhere. So I usually plant it in a planter. Sometimes I'll plant it in a big planter with other herbs. And then I also will put it in a planter on my deck. Just if you do plant it just in your garden, just be aware that it will definitely take over. Sometimes your mint will come back the next year, depending where you have it. Like, we live in a zone 3, and I've always planted mine in a pot, so it's never come back, but I have brought it in the house, and it has actually done well, and then overwintering it, and then I've put it back outside. Okay, next we're going to do oregano. And this is another one that I haven't planted. So we'll get this one. And I will do 6 of the oregano as well. I do use a lot of oregano in my cooking. I use a lot of dried oregano. There are so many dishes that you can use oregano in. These seeds are very tiny. Having a hard time. Okay, I'll just do it right over the thing because I'm dragging them off the plate and they're just falling onto the table. So I will drag them off right over where I want them, and then I won't lose so many. That's the oregano. I have a tag for that. It has here for oregano that you can use in any Italian, Spanish, or Mexican dishes. And you can also use it in salad dressings, meatloaf, stew with lamb, and you could use it on a steak. That was the oregano with the thyme. It is good dried, and you can put it in chowders, sauces, seafood dishes, stuffing, soups, meat, and poultry dishes. And I like thyme. Okay, these ones are a little bigger, so we will try and get 3 seeds in each cell, and I'm doing it right over where I want them, so if it falls off the plate, it's just going to go right into the dirt. Okay, and next I will do the Borage. Borage is an excellent pollinator, brings in the beneficial pollinators. The seeds are quite large, and with that I am just going to put in 2 seeds. Look at how big these are. So I'll put in 2 seeds in each cell. And these are, I put a lot of these into my circular garden. I have an herb and perennial bed in the middle of my raised beds that I plant my vegetables in. And the bees absolutely loved the borage. And I'm just going to read on the back here. It has that borage is grown for its cucumber-flavored leaves and attractive blue flowers that can be floated in white wine. The leaves are used as a flavoring for salads, pickles, cream cheese, and you could also cook the leaves up as a vegetable in a side dish, kind of like how you would cook up your spinach. They grow 2 feet tall, and they are absolutely beautiful. My husband actually really enjoyed watching how the bees just would buzz around to each of the flowers. It was pretty cool. So now I'm just going to add a light topping of more soil over top of these, because most of these plants you are only planting 1/4 of an inch deep, so to just do a light dusting of soil over top of the seeds is really all you need. And this seed starting mix, this is a SunGrow mix. It's used by a lot of commercial growers, and it has a good blend in it. You have your perlite, you have your peat moss mixed in as well. And I think there's even a little bit of vermiculite mixed into this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a plastic dome to put over top of these, and then this will go under the lights in beside my geraniums. Okay, and just gotta get it over these tags, push some of these cells in a little bit just to be able to get this, and then I'm going to move this under my lights. Okay, moving on, we are going to plant, these are some coneflower, the Echinacea seeds, and what my sister did was she just gave me dried up flower head, and I opened it up and I ended up with 9 seeds here. So my plan is to plant 2, 4, 6, 8, and the 9th seed I'm going to put in this pot here. So we'll go 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some soil. I have some here. This bottom, the soil that's in these cells is really moist. I ended up dumping out the excess water. So I'm just putting on some, this soil is not moist, but I just need a light layer of soil on top of this. But because the bottom of the soil is so moist, and I'm going to be covering this with a plastic dome, and that will retain the moisture as well. So that's my Echinacea. I'm going to bring out my Gerbera daisy seeds. I've been wanting to plant Gerbera daisies. I absolutely love them. As when I buy Gerbera daisies in the store, whoops, I lost one. Here it is. And I didn't get very many seeds in here. And I forgot that I didn't get very many seeds. So I might change my plan of attack for that. So what I might do is put the Gerbera daisy ones in this one here because it's only a 4 cell and I only have 5 seeds. So let's do this. I'm going to put 1 seed here, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. And I'm just gonna, maybe I'll move this one over to this side and put this one on that side. With Gerbera daisy seeds, you do not cover the seeds. You just put them on top of the soil and just leave them. Now I have some yellow Asiatic lily seeds, which my sister gave me these ones. And I am just going to plant as many as I can because she saved these seeds from her lilies that she had growing last year in the summertime. And I'm just going to put 2 seeds in each spot. I know when I saved hollyhock seeds and I went and planted them the next year, they didn't take. So I'm not even sure how these are going to do. So that's why I've just decided I'm going to put 2 in each spot, and I'm going to put some more in this 4 cell as well. And I will give them a light coating, a light topping of my soil over top. And yeah, we'll just hope that something comes up. I'm not going to put very much. Just a little pinch to cover them. I just think about my hollyhock seeds. I gave my sister some as well, and she tried to grow some, and I tried to grow some, and neither one of us were successful with the seeds. So I don't know why that is. I don't know if they're just not viable seeds. But I have lots of the hollyhock seeds, so I might try it again this year and see what happens of these lily seeds. Put these back in this little baggie. and hopefully they take. And then we'll plant this holy basil, the Tulsi. I've got quite a few still here, so. And I wasn't going to plant very many, but I might as well fill up this 9 cell. I'm just going to put 1 seed in each one. I know it's going to reseed itself where I planted it in my circular garden. I did plant some in pots, but because I got rid of anything that was in the pots, plants, dirt, all of that, that obviously will not reseed itself. So I will just put these back in my little envelope, put a little top layer of soil on these Tulsi. Okay. So a little pinch of soil on each, not going to cover them very much at all. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do with, because there's a special treatment that you have to do with the Echinacea seeds to be able to have them. I also have to provide a bottom heat, so I will be plugging in a heat mat as well. Okay, so because I have to have these Echinacea seeds in darkness, total darkness, what I've done here is I've just taken one of these pots, a single cell pot, I cut it down, I put plant painter's tape across both ways over the drainage holes. Then I did the exact same thing with another one of my pot or cells. This is a 3 by 5 inch cell. I cut it down to size and I put the painter's tape over that as well, just so it would show that it's in total darkness. There are my Gerbera daisy seeds, did not cover those. And then I'm going to put my plastic dome over top. Once the seeds germinate and sprout, and I see that I have little seedlings popping out, then I will take this dome cover off, and then it will just be under the lights. And once these Echinacea seeds take and they start to sprout, then I'll take these covers off of the Echinacea seeds and let them continue to grow. I also wanted to show you some of the seeds that I got in the mail, and I've been waiting for these to come in the mail. I had a couple of substitutions, which, I mean, those things happen. Now you can't, there's no control over that. So I had ordered a red lobelia to have it. It's a trailing lobelia. I ordered a red one and that was sold out. So they sent me a mixed color one. Not really what I was wanting, but oh well. Then I have a Peruvian bluebell. There's no picture on that, but I tried to get seeds that trail, or plants that would trail over the side, and that's for my circular garden that I want to plant in those little this in the center of my landscaping blocks. I want to be having some trailing flowers, so that's why I picked up the Peruvian bluebell. I also got these really pretty balloon flowers as well. And I'm pretty sure these are a trailing one as well. I can't remember now. I also got burgundy verbena, and this is not a trailing, it's an upright variety. I love verbena. Some people also pronounce it verbena, but I don't know. It's it's garage, roof. Half a dozen of one. Okay, then I have some apricot with a red eye in the center, and it's the Vinca periwinkle. Again, no picture on that one. I picked up some Queen Sophia marigolds. I love to plant my marigolds in around my other plants in the garden. It's a great pest deterrent. So I like to have marigolds in amongst my vegetables in the garden. I got lime purple bicolored Nicotania. This is the Nurembergia, which is a purple rose, and it is a trailing variety that I've never planted this one before, so I want that one for in amongst my cement landscaping pavers. And then I also picked up the Sunspot sunflower. This is only 18 inches high, and I just love having sunflowers, but most of mine are anywhere in between 4, 6, 7 feet high, and this one's only 18 inches high, so I thought that would be a nice little bit of a change in the sunflowers. I picked up some deep purple bunching onions. I have green bunching onions, but I wanted to try the purple ones. I picked up some bonbon squash, and I also got the Royal Burgundy bush beans, which I'm planning to do a lot more bush beans. I got the golden Detroit beets. I picked up some red Dynasty cabbage. I got some more Nantes half-long carrots. I should have lots of carrots this year in the garden. And I picked up some more Mexican sour gherkins, the cucamelons. I've been trying to grow these and have not been successful yet. I mean, I've gotten the plants, but then either they dried out or my cats dug them up. So it wasn't something that, well, maybe when them dried out, that was something that was on me. But as far as my cats digging them up, then that's not on me. So I think I am good as far as plants go. So I'm going to show you what I've done. I've got my little tray here set up on a heat mat, got my lights set up over that, and these lights are on a timer, so they come on at 5 in the morning and then they shut off at 8 o'clock at night, and these will be turning off in about 25 minutes, but then they'll come back on at 5 in the morning. So I have my Echinacea seeds are covered in the back there with my little pots set up with the tape, so hopefully that's enough. We've got the heat on underneath it. Here are my geranium seedlings that I propagated. This one already is not going to make it, I can tell by the looks of it, but that was one of the ones that was not a true stem like this one here. This one was, I wasn't sure if it was going to make it or not, and it looks like it's already not going to make it. But I need to spray this with a little mist of water. Some of these, this one is looking dry, and then the one in behind it is looking dry too. Then over here, these are the herbs that I had started, and those I have a dome over top of those, and once they take, then I will take the dome off and let them continue growing. I'm glad that you were able to join me for planting my herbs and some of my flowers. At this point, we are at the 12-week mark, and I will definitely be planting, the next one will be my 10-week vegetables and herbs and some flowers, so you'll be seeing quite a bit more planting coming down the lane, and I hope you can join me for those as well. So thanks for joining me, and we'll talk again soon. Bye for now.